Thank you for joining me, cat-cow here. Remember, your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. As you move around, make sure that you're moving in a way that is rewarding to your spine. So what we're going to do today is, as we work through this class, we're going to work on probably some seated kind of cross syndrome things going on. So continue to move around in your cat-cows and do whatever it is that feels good to you. What I'm talking about real quick, you can kind of like gaze up at me while you're warming your spine up. You can also go to down dog if you know that, otherwise I'll demonstrate in just a second. And so what I mean by cross syndrome, it's a way of that our body pulls on us. So like our abs are weak, our back is tight, our hamstrings are weak, that kind of thing, right? And so what happens, it either rounds your upper back and your head goes forward and your hips flatten out, or your butt really sticks out and your chest comes forward. I call this gymnastics dismount, and I call this olive oil, right? And so we're really going to work on those curvatures of the spine today. If you're not in down dog, find yourself there. Those of you who want to know what playlists I like for this practice, like you can play anything you want in the background. I like Cloze, C-L-O-Z-E-E. And then I also like some Charles the First, really good for this practice. So if you're looking for playlists, that's what I've got in my ear right now. So, all right, guys. If you haven't gone to down dog, join me. Maybe lift a leg, maybe spin the hips. What is it that you need today to move around to get that spine moving? I'm just going to assume that we have been seated more than usual over the last 9 months, right? So for whatever reason that might be, I'm assuming there's a larger bit of our population that has experienced that just as I have. So we're going to work on those types of postures today. If you'd like, go ahead and find stillness. You can either come down to child's pose, knees wide but still supportive of your ribs, toes together, or find your down dog and stay there in stillness. Stop your fidgets, right? Now let's exhale all of our air out, bringing our waistline long, pulling our hips back. Inhale, relaxes the shoulders but pushes the hands into the mat more. Follow the breath. Each exhale, the low belly becomes a little tighter, cinching the waistline a little more. Each inhale presses the hands firmly as though you're already in a handstand, but the neck is relaxed. So broaden the tops of the shoulders. Now see if you can keep that low belly tight even on your inhale. And so don't blow out the low belly. Might be some movement at the top of the abs, but not much. See if you can tighten your low belly even more on your exhale, feeling the breath go all the way to the base of the pelvis. On your next inhale, lift up high onto your heels. Slowly walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Try to get all the way up with flat hands, even if you need to bend the knees to do so. We're going to take the time here, bending the knees even deeper than we would normally, laying our chest down on the thighs. Drop the chin into the knees. It's almost like a standing child's pose. You're going to press down through the feet, and you're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, really focusing on the upper back. Once you arrive, the shoulders are going to roll back. The head is going to come up. All right, guys, let's play. Feet are 4 inches apart. Thighs are back. Tailbone in. Belly in. Shoulders down. Head over spine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, hands down, melt over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway, bring your hands to your shin, suction that spine and that belly tight. Exhale, hands down by the heels, left foot steps back, low lunge. On your inhale, float your low lunge. On your exhale, put your hands flat, step back to your down dog, hips high. On your inhale, float to your plank position, push-up position. Drop to your knees for the first go round, everybody, please. Feel your elbows come close to your sides as you lower down. Those little chicken wings, those little T-Rex arms are going to roll all the way down onto the floor for this one. We're going to bring our legs together, tops of the feet down, creating the tail of a snake. Reverse shoulder shrug, suction the navel into spine, curl up, king cobra. Hips and thighs are down, legs together, shoulders are away from the ears. On the exhale, you're going to lower back down, tucking the toes, curving the legs, knees off the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Use the low belly to pull you back. Inhale, left foot goes to sky. Reach it up, stretch it up. Exhale, a little knee to nose as you step to your lunge. If you're in a nice setup, go ahead and inhale, float. Otherwise, set up the feet for your lunge in that inhale. Hands go down, step to the top of the mat, fold into the legs, neck is soft. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift, suction the spine, don't let the breath go down into the belly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rises all the way up, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lifts halfway, flat back, navel to spine. Hands back by the heels, right foot back, low lunge. Inhale, float. Hands down, down dog. Exhale, hips are high. Inhale, plank, drop to your knees one more time, just because we're going to the floor all the way down. Lowering all the way, get those little chicken wings. Tops of the feet down, legs together. Roll the shoulders back, press through the hips, press through the hands. Open heart, slide the head back. Exhale is going to lower, tucking the toes. Inhale, plank. Exhale to your down dog. Inhale, right leg high, sweep it up. Exhale, right foot steps, low lunge. Inhale, float. Hands down, step forward, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You can leave your fingertips down if your back is flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Flat back, strong legs, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Navel to spine. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Left foot back, low lunge. Inhale, sets up, floats. Exhale, hands down, down dog. Inhale, plank. This time you can stay up onto your toes. We're going halfway down. Elbows are still close. Flip the feet over. Inhale, up dog. Notice my legs are off the mat. My shoulders are back. My hands are back by my belly button. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot to sky. Exhale, little knee to nose helps you get it up there, right? Once it's up there, inhale, float. Hands down, step to the top of the mat and fold. Hands to shins or on fingertips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, flat back, straight legs. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back, low lunge. Inhale, float. Hands down, step back to your down dog, hips high. Inhale, floats to your plank, push-up position. Exhale, lowers halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Little knee to nose as you step to lunge on your exhale. On your inhale, you'll float. Front heel is down, knee is over heel. Hands down, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back, long spine. big toes together, right? So big toes are together, a little bit of space between your heels, about the width of the top of your thumb, not very much, right? On your next inhale, come to chair, press your hands and your knees together as you sit back. Try to bring your hips back so you can see all 10 toes. On your exhale, fold, face to shins. On your inhale, lift halfway, flat back. On your exhale, everybody come with me this first go around because I haven't taught everybody, right, personally in studio, so do this with me. Bend your knees and bend your elbows. Step back as though you're already going through that chaturanga. There's no plank. And then your inhale to your up dog, exhale to your down dog. Stay here. Inhale 1. That will prepare you, that movement right there will prepare you for jumping back because your mind will know to automatically bend the elbows. So if you are not experienced with jumping back, please don't do that in class until you can do it with bent elbows, landing with some shock absorbers. There is no plank there. Inhaling, bending your knees, look at the top of your mat. On your next exhale at the very end, hop right up there in between the hands and inhale right into your Betty Boop or your halfway lift. Exhale, folds over again, face to shins. Big toes together if they're not already. Inhale, chair. Arms come up, knees and hands press. On your next exhale, find your mountain pose. So once again, please don't jump back and land in plank with straight arms, right? So you're landing literally with the little shock absorbers and automatically lowering through what's called a chaturanga, okay? Let's go again. Inhale, chair, hands and knees press. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands flat, step or hop. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay there or add on with me. Left foot spins flat, heel in and down. Right foot forward. On your inhale, come up. Warrior 1. As soon as you're up, you're down. Moving through a chaturanga or maybe just to a down dog. On your inhale, you'll be in an up dog if you're doing flow. Exhale, everybody greets in down dog. Right heel spins in and down. Left foot steps forward, does the same thing. Inhale comes up. Warrior 1. Lower, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. So we're here in down dog or child's pose for 5 breaths. Inhale 1. I get a drink. Teaching online drives me out. Continue to move the breath, but keep the low belly taut. Release the back of the neck. Press through the hands more instead. Now inhale, bend your knees, look forward past your fingertips. At the very end of your next exhale, hop or float right into the inhale of your Betty Boop. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, coming into that chair pose. Bring those arms up, hands press. Hands at the sides, mountain pose. All right, you got the hang of it. Let's just go. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Step or hop back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot in and down. Right foot forward. Inhale comes up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift the hips as the right heel spins down. Left foot steps forward. Inhale comes up. Exhale, lower. Up dog. Down dog. Stay here, child's pose. 5 breaths. Inhale 1. Tighten the low belly. Exhale all the way down to the base of the hips. Bend the knees, inhale. Your next exhale, step or hop. Inhale, lifts halfway. Exhale, folds. Big toes together, inhale, chair. Mountain pose. All right, let's get ready to play, guys. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Step or hop. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Wonderful. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale is left foot steps by left thumb. We're just going to start to warm the body up. We're in low lunge. Feet are on train tracks, not a tightrope. You need your block. It comes underneath the right hand. Left hand comes alongside the left ankle. Notice everything is perpendicular and parallel, right? All right, here we go. Just upper body. So suction your navel in so everything from belly button down is tight. Inhale, long. Exhale, low belly tight. Inhale, arm goes up. Exhale, low belly tight, arm comes back down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach it up, stretch it up. Back leg is straight and strong. Wonderful. Hands down, straighten that front leg, bow. Push the feet into the mat to lift the hips higher. Hollow the low belly out more so you'll curl in. So feel the exhale. Feel the face come down the front of the shin. Then that front knee, step back down dog. You can stay there or come with me. Inhale, flip to plank. Exhale, lowers halfway. Inhale, up dog. Stay there for a moment. Lift your heart, get strong, strong, strong. See if you can even just lift the right foot off the floor for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot down. Can you come back low, chaturanga? Push up to that plank. Exhale, back to that down dog. Or you just can skip all that nonsense if you want. I'm not there. Y'all don't have to worry about me circling you like a shark, right? Inhale, right foot high. Get a little knee to nose when you get it in, and then you can really step it forward. It helps a whole lot. If you need a block underneath the left hand, do so. Right thigh is parallel to the earth, knee is over heel. On the inhale, the right arm goes up. Exhale, it comes down outside that ankle. Inhale, take it up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, takes it up. Hold here. And still the open chest. And then put both hands down. Frame that foot. Press the feet into the mat. Keep that back heel lifted. Keep that belly drawing in. Let the chest crawl down the front of the right leg. The crown of your head moving towards your big toe. Nice. Bend that knee. Step it back. You can chaturanga or down dog. Up dog. See if you can stay there with me. If you're here, maybe you lift that left leg. Maybe you don't. Depends. Is there a smile on the face? If you can smile, you can lift the leg, right? If you're not smiling, don't lift the leg. Tuck the toes. Come back down. Push back up. Exhale, down dog. Awesome, guys. You're going to bring your hands a little closer, bring them a little closer together. Give yourself some space on the outside of your hands. You're going to jump and try to land real softly into your yogi squat. So while we're in our yogi squat, we're really trying to drop our hips down, wedge our elbows in our upper knees, and sit up tall. I talked about some of those syndromes that happen to people, and one of the ways to solve these cross syndromes that happens to people is actually sit them in a Eastern squat. So heels are down, spine is long. Your heels aren't down, you can roll your mat up, put a blanket underneath your heels, but press through them, right? Wonderful. Hands down, rotate the toes towards the wrists, put the knees in the upper armpits, bend the elbows underneath the shins so everything lines up, right? Look forward a little bit. This may be you. If you want to point your right toes, so just point your right toes, do so. Or maybe you do your left toes. Or maybe you do both. Why not? You're fresh, you're at home. If you fall at home, nobody's going to see you anyway. You can stay here. You can step or hop back, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Everybody's going to meet in down dog. Take a breath or two, move around, lengthen your spine out before we carry on. Inhale, your left leg high. Little knee to nose plank, shifting forward. And then lift your head, but really keep that knee coming into your left rib cage, the left heart, left side of the heart. Really pull it in, pull it in. Heel is coming in too. And then you're going to step to that lunge once again. You're going to feel the feet center up. This time you're going to come up, reach those arms up. Woo! High runner's lunge. Over down. Airplane the arms, get nice and strong through that back leg. Zip up the low belly. Exhale, rotate towards your left, towards that front leg. Inhale, come center. We're doing this with the strength of our core. Exhale, rotate. The hips are not moving. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Hands in prayer, come deeper into your twist now. Try to get the elbow on the outside of the knee. Don't let your left hip kick out. Bring it back onto the mat. Put those hands down. Straighten that front leg. Bow. Wonderful. Hands flat. See if you can keep your hips low. So look where you're at. Put your hands flat. Don't lift your hips at all as you slide back into a plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Inhale, takes that right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose plank. And then lift your head, but keep the knee in. And so I'm really trying to pull the knee into my right side waist. I'm pulling the heel into my butt. I'm looking past my fingertips. And now I'm stepping to my lunge. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to leave the left hand down. We're going to take the right hand high. We're going to reach it up. Oh, and put it back down. We're going to take it up and put it back down. We're going to take it up and put it back down. Awesome. Inhale, come up. Airplane those arms nice and strong. All right. Exhale, rotate towards your front leg without kicking the right hip out. Inhale, come back center. Exhale, keep the right hip tucked as you spin towards that front inner thigh. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Bring the hands into prayer. Left elbow on outer right leg. Strong left leg. Reach through the back inner thigh. Reach through the crown of the head. Wonderful. Place the hands down, bring that front foot, straighten the leg, bow towards that front straight leg. Wonderful. Bend that knee, step back to your plank without lifting your hips, right? Chaturanga, up dog. Let's stay here for a moment. Once again, see if you can bend that right knee this time when you lift the leg. So notice I'm pressing all 5 toes of my left foot down squarely. My left knee is off the mat. If I need to drop a knee, I drop my right knee, right? Extend the leg out, crocodile, push back up if you can. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Wonderful. Right foot steps. Right? Alright, guys. From this space, I want you to go ahead and really get long, long, long in your spine. Push the front foot down. Extend through the back heel more. Hollow out the low belly. How long from the crown of your head through the back heel can you get? Hold this posture. See if you can draw your low belly off that front thigh a little bit. Staying low. Now, digging through that front heel, bring that back leg up to the front. Sit into a yogi squat, nice and low. And then put the hands back down, toes back forward. This time, right foot steps back. Now, fingers are down. You're in this nice low lunge. Your hands are down. What happens is experienced yogis are like, well, where are we going, Mary? This is the pose, guys. And what happens is you start to see how even like a really simplistic pose like this makes you want your yoga instructor to shut up and call something else. Wonderful. Stay really low. Bring that right leg forward and drop even lower, turning those toes out, coming back into that yogi squat. So hopefully you can kind of see where I'm going in this next little space, right? And so you're going to put the hands down, toes forward, left foot steps back. Slide those hands back if you need to. You're on fingertips. Everything's strong. I'm not laying on this front thigh. I'm actually inside that front thigh. I'm pulling my low belly away from the inner thigh. So there's a lot of work going on here. How long from the back heel, the crown of the head? Are you breathing? Are you smiling? Push the feet into the floor. Lift that back inner thigh more. Suction the low belly in. Wonderful. Keep those hips nice and low. Bring that left foot forward. Come back down. Yogi squat. We got one more side on this round. Wonderful. Toes forward, hands down. Step back with that right foot. Trying to stay nice and low. Nice and strong in the legs. Nice and relaxed in the upper body, right? In through the nose, out through the nose. Low belly is drawing in, nice and strong. Push the feet into the floor. Smile. See if you can dig that left heel, that front heel in too. Yeah. Feel how like you tend to rock on that left foot more. You're not as square on it. All right. Hands inside. Keep the hips low. Slide forward. Come into that hip opener again. Wonderful. So you can go ahead and go back to down dog any old fancy way, or you can play with crow for a second. So hands are down, toes point to the back of the wrist, so I'm pretty lined up here. But then as I lift my heels, I let my knees come out, but my feet come inside my arms, right? And then I can transfer the weight. What I'm looking for is that these forearms are perpendicular and parallel. It's all about getting the forearms straight. Step or hop back, make your way back to down dog any old fancy way. Wiggle around. I'm gonna grab my music, it's so loud in my ear. Yay. All right, wiggle around for a little bit. Wonderful. From here, we're going to jump in between our hands, try to bring our feet together. Some of you might need to roll up the mat. You may even need the block. But I need your heels down, please. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like for you. And I need you sitting on your calves, like so, right? Reach the arms forward wherever you are. Lift the heart more. Push down through the feet equally. So can you feel both heels? Can you feel both big toe mounds? Can you suction your belly button off your thighs? Yeah. All right. That was fun. Go ahead and come onto your butt. So, if you have a block, that's really super stellar because that's what we want to use for our abs next. Let me show you what the abs are before you lay back. You might not be able to see me, right? So we're going to do this fun one. Those of you who've been in my class know that I used to be able to do this forever. Block in between the legs. On my inhale, I'm going to go out. On my exhale, I'm going to come up. I'm going to grab the block. Now, if your legs aren't short like mine, then you're going to put the block in between the legs somewhere, right? Notice my back isn't arching off the floor. My back stays on the floor. It's an inhale out. It's an exhale out. Up. Come with me. Inhale. Exhale. Back up. Inhale. Reaches long. Exhale. Back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. No tilt in the pelvis as you're moving. The pelvis stays on the floor. Inhale goes out. Exhale comes up. Inhale goes out. Exhale comes up. Now, remove the block if you have one. What we're going to do here is we're going to do a split leg. So right now I've got left, down, right up. And as I do that, I'm going to twist the legs and I'm going to try to reach over outside that one leg. Notice that I've got the back on the floor. So what did I do? Left leg down, right leg up. Right leg cross, reach outside of right leg, come down. So it's really just a little bit of a scissor, right? And down. But what I want, continue and follow with me, up and then down. What I want is that low back on the floor and both shoulders lifting. So left leg drops and you lift. Left leg drops, you twist and lift. There you go. I wasn't doing it that much. There you go. Twist and lift. For 5 more. And back up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Guess what? Other side. Not my fault, right? So right leg drops, left leg crosses over, but you reach outside of left leg. Notice my low back's on the floor. I'm not doing a spinal twist. Come center. I'm not like lifting my hip to twist. I'm just lifting my shoulders. And center. Right leg drops, left leg moves over, and you lift. And down. And up. And down. And up and reach. And down. Up and reach. And down. Last one. Up and reach. And center. Nice, guys. So from here, put the feet down, no wider than your hips. They're not together, but you should be able to see your feet outside the side of your hip. Heels line up with the center of the thigh bone. Reach the fingertips down, press the shoulder blades down, broadening the collarbones. Zip up the navel so that the whole spine is on the mat. On your next exhale, press to the ceiling, but we're not trying to do a big back bend here. What we're trying to do in this bridge is create a straight line from our knees to our shoulders, focusing on not letting the knees roll out or dive in and opening this little hip flexor space. So push through shoulders and arms and push through feet, and only focus on pushing this little dip space to the sky. Open the chest more, press the head back, press the feet, press the shoulders and the hands, suction the navel in more. Now, drop to a hover. Tuck your tailbone and suction your navel in and hold here. Notice I'm like just an inch or two off the ground, but knees aren't rolling out, and I'm continuing to tuck with like some real intention here. Big toes, inner heels are down. Tuck, tuck, tuck. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release the hips down. Bring the knees in. Let them drop into your armpits. Grab the outside edges of the feet. Rock left and right. Happy baby. Wonderful. Let's do that again. Feet down. Lining up with your thigh bone, with your heels. Toes are forward. Fingers reach down. Don't do this crazy little tucky thing. That's so bad for your knee. Don't do that nonsense. Shin is perpendicular. Anyway, I know someone out there was doing it, so stop. Draw your belly button in. Lift up. Try to create a straight line by really flattening out like the little speed bump, the little dippy dip in your hip. Oh, Lord. Now that song's good. You guys know what song just went through my head. Smile, it releases dopamine. Press, press, press. Spread your toes, spread your toes, spread your toes. Push your feet. And release down. Wonderful. Take the right leg to the sky, spread the toes, take the hands, braiding the fingers behind the thigh, slide the hand up the back of the leg as close to the foot as you can without lifting your shoulders off the mat or straining your neck. If you want to stay there, do so. Otherwise, if you want to extend the left leg out to a hover, please do. Toes are pointing to the sky off the left leg. Right toes are just like straight, as though they're straight ahead, so your foot is not turning, it's straight over your head. Now you can stay there. If you want a little more out of this stretch and you're still wanting to work, make sure your spine is long, suction your navel to your spine, take an ice cream scoop out of your belly, and then lift your head. Now if you want to really amp it up, you can take the arms out. And now if the arms are out, you can wrap, take that deeper. do the same thing on the other side. So if you drop the right foot down and took the left foot high, do that on this side mirror imaging to the best of your ability. So hamstring has been talking to me lately, so I'm going to make sure I really spread my toes and really activate through my foot. That's going to protect any kind of knee or hamstring injury that you might have. I'm going to also really engage that with my other leg too as I go into this posture. And I'm going to also make sure that I feel it kind of uniformly down the leg and not dinging into any space of old injury. Those of you who floated the hands, if you're feeling froggy, wrap. Wonderful. Go ahead and release, come onto your back, hug your knees, rock left or right. So when I don't have students in front of me, say like on a line, I tend to do a lot of hip openers, either standing or on my back, just so that I know that your back is safe while we're doing these hip openers, because hip openers are really about a straight spine and the pelvis moving around the legs. So we're going to do our hip openers on our back. Those of you who want to flip over and do the more aggressive ones, you know what those are. But if you have any kind of back issue, then you're doing cobbler's pose on your back. So I've got the soles of the feet together, and I'm bringing them really in close to me. Now, we can peel the feet open and just keep the pinky toe side of the foot together and really open up those knees even more. But I'm really taking a moment to like panini to flatten myself out onto the mat to the best of my ability. Now, take a deep breath in and notice how the deep breath and then the hold intensifies the stretch. You don't even have to go deeper into the posture. Now hold that until the intensity of the stretch backs off, or you feel like you need to let the exhale out. And really let the belly scoop and dive towards the spine at the end of the exhale. And then go right again with the inhale, trying to let the inhale do the stretching. The exhale lets you settle. Wonderful. Now we're going to take the feet, let them drop onto the floor, but we're going to take that pose yet again, but now we're laying it go on the floor. If that's too much for your legs, put something underneath the edges of the thighs, right, like a block or a blanket or something. Lay one hand on the low belly, one hand near the heart. Let your elbows rest onto the floor so that you're not straining to hold the hands on top of the body. So it's just general area. Now watch the breath start to move freely through the belly. We've been really exhaling all the air out tightly, right? So now it's time to let the low belly go. And let the breath, inhale, drop all the way down to the pelvis, just like the exhale did. And you can track the breath with the movement underneath your hand. Make sure your shoulders aren't into your ears, they're not earrings. Wonderful. Go ahead and take your arms, extend them over your head. So you're like super, super long here. We're going to clamshell, or take that right leg and close it like a clam over the left, right? So this is a spinal twist, but you can feel how long you are in this spinal twist, right? So we're going to keep that. I want you to reach the arms to the sky or to the wall above your head, right? And then roll over completely onto your left side, pop up onto your hand like you're laying on the floor watching TV with your kids, you know? Right? So hand comes onto the top shin, drops down to the ankle, the knees line up, and then I start to pull that foot back. Some of you, this is good, especially if you have knee issues. Others will be able to get a little shoulder stretch by laying the head down. So I'm really focusing on pulling the thigh itself back and really flattening down through the front of my body. Now, for some of you, gluttons for punishment, let me turn around so you can see what you're going to do. If you want a little bit more, I'm going to pull this foot in so it comes down along top of the hip. You have knee issues, do not do this pose. Please, do it at your own risk, right? I'm going to put my elbow down. I'm going to bring the top of that foot onto the floor. So notice how I've got all 5 toes. I've got the top, the shoelace down. I have no pain in my knee. I'm going to use this other foot to start to square me up. And then I drop this knee, this thigh in and down. So when I look down my body, this knee isn't splaying to the side. It looks like my both thighs are like going straight out of my hip, right? And so no matter where you're at, you're yet again breathing through that space, through that hip flexor, through the front of the hip, through the quadricep, really trying to get this nice long line from the shoulder to the knee, much like we were doing in bridge earlier. Now, for those of you that have the posture where your upper back is rounded and your head is forward, this is probably easier for you than it is for me. I'm one of those that stick my butt out. All right. So nice and easy, you're going to release this leg, give the knee some love. But if you are training the body to stay integrated while you're doing that, you're still working on your cross syndrome. So rolling over to the other side, grabbing the top of the other foot. Knees are in alignment now, so I'm not way up here. If you're on your side, you're nice and parallel. And I'm focusing on really getting everything flattened out from the front of that thigh, through the front of the hip, the belly, the chest, the shoulder. If you're coming with me, I'm going to be more gentle on the side. This knee has not been as happy as it used to be. Sitting more than, I'm sitting not like I'm used to sitting. So I've not been sitting like a yogi that much lately. And so I can even feel like a minor rotation in my pelvis, like literally this left hip is up a lot more, and it's twisted a little forward. You might be able to begin to identify, like, oh, look at that, like my left hip is up on this side, whereas my right hip wasn't on the other side. Or like my left hip feels like it's pushing the top of the hip forward. Start to identify what it feels like on either side. Wonderful, guys. Awesome. So from here, bring that leg around, release. We're going to take the legs to the sky one last time today, right? And so my low back is flattened on the floor. I've got a nice long spine. All I'm going to do is lift towards my feet, and then I'm going to lift my butt off the floor just a little bit for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab the backs of my knees. Head down, squeeze it in. Shoulders down, try to get the butt down. Wonderful. Any little spinal twists that you like to finish your class off? Wonderful. Those of you who are joining me today, thank you very much. Get your little spinal twists out. You can grab a blanket or something to cover your eyes. I guarantee you your house is not nearly as hot as my studio is, so cover up. Your temperature will drop during your meditation. So wiggle in, cover your eyes if you can. And take a moment to get all your little fidgets out. And so as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, how can we let go a little more and a little more with each exhale? It's as though you can feel your body sinking not just back into the mat, but through the mat. You begin to feel the body falling back onto the mat with each exhale, like falling into a feather bed. You begin to feel your shoulders melt and release into the mat as though you have submerged yourself into a warm tub. You lay here and feel all the little places where your body connects with the mat. It's almost as the mat is coming up to greet you as you surrender more and more, conforming to each little curve. As you lay here and you let go and you're feeling your body release any tension, scanning the body for the remaining spaces of maybe energetics that you'd like to calm for the evening, breathe into that space. And then pull back from that space and breathe a little more around it. And see how the breath seems to be a little more expansive each time you back away a little more. And so, just like the breath becoming more expansive when we back away from restriction, when we surrender a little more, when we back away from anything that is tense, anything that is gripping, we'll feel that space, we'll feel that expansion. And so if there's any space within you, if there's anything going on today, can we ask for just a little bit of a release, a little bit of surrender?